What's poppin', everybody? This is Sabro Finder 4. Gonna be reviewing the Pokemon Go TCG set that's coming out in a few days. 1st of July, I believe. I can't believe they actually made a TCG set after the mobile game. But I guess that's the times we're living in now. I mean, I knew through sources, let's just say that somebody told me that they're gonna come out with this Pokemon Go set, and I'm like, I don't believe you. It must be some sort of fake stuff you find out. But I guess it was true, and we knew about this for a while. But I just waited, of course, for all the cards to be translated into English. I got all of the cards here on Justin Basil. Cerebi has them too, but I decided I'm just gonna do this on Justin Basil today. Okay, so Pokemon Go, we're going to start with a grass Pokemon as always. Got this Bulbasaur, doesn't do anything, 70 HP. They've got like, are all of the cards going to have this Pokemon Go stamp? That's not going to be cool if that's the case, but I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. So this guy doesn't do anything. Ivysaur. Summon an aroma, switch your deck for up to two Pokemon, put them into your hand. Okay. Still 100 HP, stage 1. Not so great. 60 for 3. You guys keep in mind, other Pokemon did this sort of damage 10 years ago. Anyway, and then the actual stage 2, your only hope if this Pokemon, if this line is going to be good. So Venusaur, it's been a while since this Pokemon got a card. And it has 180 HP. It looks good, but it's not. It's still going to die in one shot. But I guess it could have been worse at 160 or something. Solar Beam is a pathetic attack. So 4 energies to do 130 damage. That's not even going to give you a 2-hit KO on an Arceus VSTAR or whatever VSTAR. So let me just keep my cool, not get mad again, because I always get mad when I review cards. But what does the ability do? Loopy Lasso. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active Pokemon, and the new active Pokemon is now asleep and poisoned. Okay, so this is kind of like an old ability that, or Poke Power, that Metagross had, and then Ludicolo got it in like the X and Y era, where you just flip a coin, and if you get heads, it basically becomes like a pooling effect. But this guy is also going to inflict a sleep and poison on the new Pokemon. Now, of course, it's a coin flip. I mean, if you get the heads, then yeah, it's going to be strong. But to run a stage 2 just for this and a coin flip, it's probably not a good idea. I mean, Boss's Orders is around, is a supporter. Fast X can easily just utilize it, even recover it back. So yeah, it's not going to do anything. If he had this ability and it had actually a good attack and it had some good HP, then you could say, okay, I'm just going to use the stage 2 Pokemon and we get the ability as a nice bonus. But no, it's just going to be filler. Surprise. And then you got the shiny version here, or it's actually a different card, Radiant Venusaur. Okay, so it's got nothing to do with the stage 2 line. Oh, shit. I thought it was going to be like the same card, but just shiny, like they do these days, Pokemon. But it's a completely different card. So Radiant Venusaur, so it's just going to be a basic. You got Sunny Bloom. Once at the end of your turn, you may use this ability. Draw cards until you have 4 cards in your hand. At the end of your turn, after you attack. Okay, so this is, wow, a very unique effect that we don't really see in the Pokemon TCG, because Pokemon usually you attack, your turn ends, and if you're gonna get effects and stuff, it's before you attack. So this is kind of like, I don't want to say Yu-Gi-Oh, but I guess they are mimicking stuff from Yu-Gi-Oh and other TCGs. They've been doing it for a while. So this is actually after you attack. So towards the end, you can basically draw cards until you have 4. The hand limit isn't great, but I mean, this is a basic Pokemon, so I guess you never know. Could be good. Um, I don't know, it's a bit weird, but I mean, there's other Pokemon that have a similar effect to this anyway, so just print this dude with another Cricketune V effect, or I don't know, Regidrake or something. It wouldn't make much sense, so I guess they gave it a new effect. It's after you attack. 150 HP, I guess it's fine for a basic that's only going to give 1 prize. It just makes the damn stage 2 league even more ridiculous, but I guess you can only have one. And the Poland Hazard attack, a 90 damage for 3 your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned, confused, and poisoned. This attack, I guess it's okay since it's just a basic Pokemon. I guess we'll take it. Triple status. Whatever. I mean, I don't like his ability that much, but maybe in your grass deck you want to run him. Who knows? I don't think we got any other Radiant Grass Pokemon. Okay. Then we got Alolan Exeggutor V, just a regular basic V with 240 HP. It's crazy, but it's reality once again. Making the Stage 2 Pokemon look even more ridiculous. So you do Growing, Tail, flip a coin, if head search your deck for up to 5 basic grass energy cards and attach them to Pokemon any way you like, and then shuffle your deck. Kind of broken if you get the head, so there's a lot of energies you're going to be grabbing for free. But, I mean, I guess that's what he does. I think the Kinkler V does the same shit actually, exactly the same shit, but just for water energy. I could be wrong though, maybe it grabs like 4 energies or whatever. And then the head swing attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each grass energy attached to this Pokemon. So similar to like what it did the Alolan Exeggutor GX, I'm pretty sure. It's a snipe that can get stronger, but you need a lot of energies. So if you just have 3 for the attack, it's a 90 damage snipe. So that's okay. I mean, I guess we still got Rillaboom if anybody really wants to use this with that card. And if you got 4, it's a 120 snipe. Maybe that's a bit nice. You go with the 5th energy, it becomes 150. Even more, it's even stronger. I mean, it's going to need a lot of energies for it to be a really, really dangerous snipe. And of course, we've got Manaphy these days too. But that's the attack. Best thing about this card, of course, is going to be the large HP. And maybe, I guess, you can try and use it to power up different Pokemon. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, with 240 HP, I guess if you leave it active, maybe you get like 2 attempts of Growing Tail. Growing Tall, actually. It wasn't Growing Tail, Growing Tall. But that's about it. Anyway, that's Exeggutor. We got a Spinarak. Doesn't do anything. I believe this is clay artwork. Spinarak got clay artwork before. I guess this is a different one. And Ariados. Man. Pitiful ass attacks. Just look at this nonsense. Okay, you do absorb 50 for 2. And then heal 50 from this Pokemon. This Pokemon will never have HP on it to heal because it's always going to be dead. Man. Remember that old like Jay Witt's video with Kabutops where we were saying this shit? It's even worse now. Okay, and then Poison, string up the first attack. Paralysis and Poison if you get heads. So it's clear to me this is going to be like a collectible, waste your time, just buy product set, and that's it. It doesn't have competitive cards so far. Maybe they're going to come later. But all of these cards so far are just shit, and maybe some of them are meh, like Radiant Venusaur and Exeggutor, perhaps. Okay, the Charmander line. Tail on fire. Search your deck for fire energy and attach it to this Pokemon. Too bad you're probably going to die if you have to attack. Cute little Charmander. Looks nice. And then we got Charmeleon. Flamethrower, 100 for 4. Discard of fire energy from this Pokemon. Okay. And then the Charizard, I bet you this guy's going to be definitely better than Venusaur. So 170 HP, stage 2. Flare Blitz 170, and then discard all fire energy from this Pokemon. This isn't so great either, but at least this is 2-hit KO type damage. Like if you make this attack, you're applying serious pressure. Perhaps you could get like some 2-hit KOs on V-Stars and even V-Maxes. And usually, you know, all of the discarding fire Pokemon that would utilize this card would have a way to recover and accelerate fire energies, basically. And then the ability, Burn Brightly. Each basic fire energy attached to your Pokemon provides 2 fire energy. You can't apply more than 1 Burn Brightly ability at the time. See, I knew it. They gave Venusaur, a card that usually gets bad cards, this shitty ass half-assed little coin ability, and they gave Charizard this amazing ability. So this effect actually used to belong to a Shining Legends Venusaur, and other Pokemon have had this effect, like I believe it was a Sepital from Stormfront, or Great Encounters actually, that had this for grass, and other Pokemon had this, like Gardevoir had this in Next Destinies for Psychic Energies. So this is actually pretty good. You get this guy out. It's not quite, energy acceleration, Emboar, Inferno, Fandango for fire energies, but if you know you're going to get this dude out and all of your attachments provide 2, then you can make like 4 energy attacks be 2 energy essentially, so that's pretty good. So it's still something, sort of a energy mitigation, you could say, making your attacks cheaper. So it's actually pretty good. It's going to work with itself as well, so it's self-sufficient at the end of the day. If you don't pair this with anybody else, it makes the Flare Blitz easier to pull off. And we got Magma Basin too, don't forget about that. So maybe you can make like a shitty Stage 2 Charizard deck. Still not going to be top tier meta, but maybe something to try out. Definitely better than Venusaur though. Flying through the damn skyscrapers and shit. Okay. And then the Radiant Charizard. I bet this is going to be expensive. Damn them. They're printing so many Charizard cards, it's crazy. So it's got more HP than Venusaur too. And then Excited Heart. This Pokemon's attacks cost 1 less for each prize card your opponent has taken. Better than the Radiant Venusaur too. So if they've taken like 3 prizes, then this guy can make this attack for 2 energies. And then Combustion Blast, it's 250 for 5. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Combustion Blasts. This is actually a fantastic card, and it sucks because I do think this is a very competitive card that you can just slap in fire decks, even in expanded. Like, I would definitely run this in like Raybor, because I mean, in the first place, being able to do 250 for 5 is strong. Okay, if they've taken 1 prize, you do this for 4, it's still pretty good, and it's just gonna get better for each prize card your opponent has taken. So what more do you want? Insane, just a basic Pokemon. So this is definitely a very strong card. It might be the best card so far in the set, I would say. The Radiant Charizard. What would you know about that? It's going to be collectible, shiny, expensive, and competitive. Great. Then we have a Moltres here with the flare symbol. Your basic fire Pokemon's attacks, except any Moltres, do 10 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. It sucks that it's not compatible with itself. A bit weird. But, I mean, I guess you're going to run this Pokemon to boost your fire Pokemon's attacks. Now, this is definitely a strong card, too. It doesn't say you can only get this through 1 Moltres, so this is going to stack. I mean, just like the old Fates Collide Regirock, so that's pretty good. More fire damage. I guess maybe the other legendary birds here are going to do the same shit for different types. Basic Pokemon. Good. So fire, I mean, yeah, getting definitely some great cards for the type. Then we got Numel and Camerupt. Doesn't do anything. What about Camerupt? I like the sort of background here. Nice. Volcanoes and shit. That's a small volcano there. But it only has 140 HP, and looking at this attacks, I know it's just going to be shit. So Heat Blast 120 for 3, because this is still 2012. And the Split Bomb, 50 damage to 2 of your opponent's Pokemon, so 100 damage total. It's still not too good. I mean, it's actually, yeah, it's not that good, but I've even seen worse, so yeah. And we got a Blastoise line. You got this Squirtle. Looks pretty nice too. A War Turtle. Nice as well. Got Hydro Pump, 10 more damage for each water energy to this Pokemon. So I guess this isn't going to be a completely helpless stage 1 if you got to use it. Desperation. And a Desperate Time. And then Blastoise. Pretty cool. Pretty swag angle here, you know. Just sort of crouching, aiming the cannons. 170 HP. I think, yeah, just like Charizard. Vitality Spring. So once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 6 energy cards and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. If you use this ability, your turn ends. So this reminds me once again of, well, I think, well, Elective RFB worked from the discard pile, and the same for Swampert EX. I don't remember if there was anybody else like that did this from the deck. I mean, there must be a Pokemon, I mean, like over 20 years with a similar effect, but this is pretty good. I mean, you have to end your turn, but if you're going to grab 6 energies and power up your Pokemon, you know, in your process of setting up, it all depends on how fast you get this Blastoise out, then it can be pretty good. I mean, in Expanded, there's all sorts of Blastoise that can give you this effect, not just like the Rain Dance Blastoise from the Black and White era. There's like another one from one of the Sun and Moon sets, Team Up. We got Frostmoth, so I don't know exactly how competitive it's going to be given the competition it gets from those cards. But I mean, it doesn't say water energy, it says any energy, 6 energy cards, so this can be special energies too. So I guess it does have a lot going for it. And then Hydro Pump. This attack does 30 more damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. So if you got 4, that's 120 plus 90, 210. I guess that's a bit respectable, since you're going to be self-sufficient in a way too. So this is pretty good. So they basically just made Venusaur the worst, as they usually do. So sad. I mean, I know Blastoise and Charizard are more popular, but still, come on. Venusaur is still pretty cool. Okay, and then the Radiant Blastoise. This one doesn't look good at all, I think. Maybe in the physical form it's going to be better, but it's got 150 HP Pump Shot. Must discard a water energy from your hand, and may put 2 damage counters on an opponent's benched Pokemon. Okay, so I think it's a weaker Rapid Strike Inteleon VMAX effect. Yeah, but I suppose it's just a basic. And then the Torrential Cannon, 170. Can't use this attack next turn. Alright. So that's Blastoise. I mean, I guess you could also throw this in like a water deck, perhaps. Do we got any other better, like Radiant Water Pokemon? I don't think so. If we even got anybody. Radiance only came out in Astral Radiance, so I don't think we got shit, actually. Anyway, we got a Slowpoke. I think this is Clay? I could be wrong. Ideal Fishing Day. Put an item card from your discard pile into your hand. Why you gotta give it this effect? At least it's not 2 cards like Sableye, and it needs a water energy. Okay. And then Slowbro. You can use this attack only if your opponent has exactly 1 prize card remaining. Take 2 prize cards. No, they shouldn't have made this effect. This is just some cheap bullshit. So, like, even if you just need to get like 1 or 2 prizes to win, as long as they got 1 prize card remaining, you can make this attack and then just win. No, I don't think that's good. It's very easy to pull off as well, just a DC, but I guess if it was weaker, I would have complained that it's weak, so it's not the type of attack that we want. I mean, for stage 2s and stage 1s to be good. But anyway, I like this sort of background as well. It's actually quite good. Sort of little platform, like wooden platform bridge. I don't know if it reminds me of another sort of sea spot in my town, but it's cool. And the first attack doesn't matter. I mean, this is a pretty nasty attack if people are going to try and use it. Okay, and then we got Magikarp and Gyarados. Rage and Fin, 30 more damage for each Magikarp and Gyarados in your discard pile. Wait, what? And Gyarados. Shit, that's crazy. So I guess if you got 7 of those, it's gonna be like 220, right? Okay, so it's gonna be difficult, but you gotta remember there's the fucking Muse in Expanded too. And then the lively grouping, you search your deck for any number of Magikarps and then put them into your hand. Alright. I think this is like some CG artwork. Same for Slowpoke, like some 3D artwork. Let's just say that. Gyarados, stage 1 with 170 HP. So you got the Wild Splash, 230 for 4, and then discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Risky, but I mean, at least you're going to be killing stuff if you do this. And it's a stage 1, better than being a stage 2. And Wreak, Havoc, flip a coin until you get tails for each heads. Discard the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck. So I guess if you're going to use this if you want to deck out your opponent. I mean, there's a Shuckle that does the exact same shit, but you just discard 1 card from the deck, not 2. So I guess that's fair, being a stage 1. Alright. And then we have Lapras, good old Lapras, Ice Beam, 20 for 1, and then might get paralyzed, and then Surf 110 for 3. Articuno, yes, it's the same thing as Moltres, so I'm guessing it's going to be the same for Zapdos too. Water Pokemon do 10 more extra damage. That's pretty good. I think they got the same stats too, right? Yeah. Okay. Got Wimpod if your opponent has any Pokemon V, no retreat cost. Ooh, okay, I guess he took us to it. And then Galissapod, first impression. This Pokemon move from your bench to the active spot. 110 for 1. This guy had this sort of attack a bunch of times, actually, I think. There was like the original GX and like one of the regular stage ones, I think. I mean, I guess you could build a deck around this attack, but it doesn't even get like 2-hit KOs. I mean, if it got 2-hit KOs, then maybe it would have been kind of competitive. But because Pokemon just have so much more HP these days, unless your opponent is playing like a regular ass V deck, then you can't get 2-hit knockouts. I mean, I guess if you put the choice belt on, 110 plus 30, you're at 140, so that's 280. Okay, I guess then it can become a deck, but then it just means you always must have a choice belt on. Who knows? Maybe people are going to try it out. I mean, it's definitely better than other regular Pokemon in Stage 2s. Okay, maybe it can be something. We'll see. Maybe people are going to try and make it work. Okay. Got a bunch of Pikachus. Buddy Bolt, if you played a supporter card. 60 for 3. I don't like this. You got this dude's trousers and the shoes over there. Like Pikachu looking up. Like there's supposed to be a person here. I think it's shitty artwork, but I mean, it's Pokemon Go after all. Pokemon Go, I mean, yeah, it was cool, the phenomenon when it happened and everybody, you know, Pokemon just, how can I say this? Like everybody was acknowledging Pokemon. Like everybody, okay, Pokemon shit is hot. But that was around the time where Pokemon just went to hell, basically. I mean, it happened long before that, but that was definitely where we were going down. I mean, at least for an old school hardcore fan like me, it did more harm than good, Pokemon Go. Okay, and then we got Zapdos. It's basically the same thing as Moltres and Articuno. Nice background. And then we got Mewtwo V. Now, I actually read this card, but I forgot what it does. So let's find out. It's got 220 HP, regular V. Super Psybolt, 50 for 2, and then Transfer Break, 160 for 3, and then move an energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. Okay, useful little effect of a second attack. Respectable damage too. You could definitely still use this with Charizard or Calyrex. And I know it has like a VSTAR. Yes, indeed. And what it does is Side Perch 90 times. Okay, discard up to 3 psychic energy from your Pokemon. Does 90 damage for each card you discard it this way. So this is the exact timer of Reshiram and Zekrom Tag Team GX. I'm quite sure. Yeah, it's like maxes out at 270. But I mean, this is still pretty strong. It's not going to give you unlimited, one-hit KO potential. It doesn't have an unlimited ceiling. It is going to stop at 270. But that's a good number to get one-hit KOs. And with the Choice Belt, definitely get one-hit KOs on all V-Stars. Plus, I mean, it's going to give one prize less than that guy. And it's just much easier to work with. That guy was a dragon before we got like good dragon shit. Now, Mewtwo just needs psychic energy. It's a psychic Pokemon. You can use this with Charizard, Calyrex, a bunch of other support. I mean, Zekrom, yeah, it was like in the Sun and Moon era, so we did have like the double dragon energy and shit, but it wasn't like the dragons now where we don't have a weakness and all that shit. So, okay. And then the Star Raid V-Star power does 120 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon V, and it's not going to be affected by weakness or resistance. Now this is going to get blocked by Manaphy, but if your opponent doesn't have Manaphy, this sort of spread attack is going to really, really hurt. It's definitely a big finisher type of attack. Big spread attack. So Mewtwo is definitely pretty strong. It's the first V-Star here. I don't know if it's the only V-Star, but yeah, out of the cards, I mean, it might be like the best one. I guess the most competitive. You can make a deck around. Because Charizard is only going to be one card after all. It's a great card, but it's a tech card. So, okay. We got Natu. Nothing. What the fuck is that other thing? Is that a chick? Oh, it's chilling on a chick's head. On a chick's shoulder, I should say. This artwork isn't so great, though. And then Zatu, this is much better. Pinpoint Wave. 90 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon V. Okay, so this is a straight 90 damage snipe for 1 energy. Not affected by weakness or resistance. It has to be a V, so eventually when the new rule box shit comes out, it's going to be irrelevant. But, I mean, it's pretty good. I wish it just did like 90 for 1 on any rule box Pokemon. Then it would have been better. But, of course, they're not going to make it that good. And then the Mind Bend attack is shit. Free Retreat, 110 HP is going to die in one shot, but I mean, I guess you got the little snipe for now. You got Lunatone. Discard a card from your hand if you do draw 3 cards. That can be handy. And then Moon Kinesis. 30 more damage for each psychic energy attached to this Pokemon. Shit. So if you got 3 psychics, it's actually going to do 120 for 3. So that's not too bad, since it's just a basic Pokemon. And it can become even stronger. Nice. Got Sylveon. Random Sylveon. Souvenir, search your deck for up to 2 cards. Put them into your hand. Stage 1. And then Wonder Flash. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Dragon Pokemon, 180 damage for 3. So I guess this is your tech if you want to hit dragons. I mean, you can hit them for weakness. So I guess you're going to do 180. We don't have triple acceleration energy around, so at best this is going to be like an expanded tech. But I mean, I guess you never know. Maybe it's something decent. I don't know. You can use the first attack too. It's whatever. It's Sylveon. I don't know what the fuck this is on the ground. It's like an item or something from the game. Or is it just a regular flower? Who the fuck knows? We got Onyx. Rock Tomb. Can't retreat. And then Raging Swing. 50 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. But I mean, you only got 120 HP, so yeah. Larvitar. It's holding a raspberry with a smiling face. That's nice. It doesn't do anything though. And then Pupitar, Crash and Bullet. 20 damage to each bench Pokemon and yours as well. That's shit. And then Tackle. Okay. And then no Tyranidar, which means it's probably dark. And then Solrock. Once during your turn, you may attach a Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your Lunatone. So I'm a big fan of actually, Solrock and Lunatone cards working together. It's been a thing basically since the Gen 3 era. They kind of brought it back a bunch of times, but it wasn't as good as it was in Gen 3. And even like in Gen 4, I mean, I guess you could kind of use Solrock and Lunatone as a little draw engine with discarding, but it wasn't that good. They brought the shit back once again in Sun and Moon, I think, or maybe even Sword and Shield with these guys just do some shit. Preventing healing and blocking fire Pokemon, whatever, but it wasn't that good. I guess with this combo, these ones, Solrock is just going to act as an accelerator for Lunatone, and then I guess you can do the Moon Kinesis attack. The Sun supplying the Moon, but I mean, you're probably not going to go far if you want to use these guys. 90 HP, I mean, it's not the same shit as it once was. So, okay, and next up we got a Conkeldurr V. Now I knew about this card because it was spoiled, and it's good because I think this is the first special Conkeldurr card. So definitely nice seeing something different as opposed to the same old shit, Charizard special cards. So nice, it's got a nice 230 HP too. Counter, this Pokemon was damaged. It's going to do 20 plus that extra amount that they did to you, I think. That much more damage. This Pokemon was damaged. That much more damage. Okay, I guess, yeah, that's probably what it does. Like the fucking, what's it called? The Cinderace VMAX. And then Dynamic Punch. 90 damage for 3. Flip a coin if hits. This attack does 90 more damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Okay, that's not a great attack, so they didn't make this guy be that good. Sad. Rattata and Alolan Raticate. Nothing much. So you deck for a card in your hand. And then Super Fang, put damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon until its remaining HP is 10. Yeah. So finally people are going to have a better replacement for the Boundaries Cross Raticate. But I mean, it's not like it's going to make that much difference where you got 120 HP before you had 60. I guess some difference, but the big attackers still kill you. But this is basically exactly the same shit as that Raticate used to do from Boundaries Crossed. So I guess some people are going to like this. I don't, because I don't think it's the answer. It's like, it's going to be great against like the 3 prize, 2 prize Pokemon, but then shit against regular Pokemon. This is not how you should design cards. There's no balance this way. It's not a way to make regular Pokemon good. But that's what they do. And then we got Tyranidar 2. It's got like some lava fire shit in the background, like it's powering up. Dragon Ball shit or something. Anyway, Raging Clash does 10 damage for each damage counter on all of your bench Pokemon. That's actually quite something. You could definitely... you could fucking use this with the damn Spiritomb. It's gonna be an expanded deck, but you could definitely do that. I would be interested, actually. But I mean, how much damage are you gonna do if it's just 10 damage timer? You're gonna need like 200 different damage counters around for this to be any good. Fuck, it should have been like times 20. Maybe it would have been busted, but hey, when was the last time we saw like a busted stage 2 Pokemon that's gonna become tier 1? Because I don't know when was the last time. Maybe in the fucking XY era, yeah. or like Greninja, that's about it. So they should have given it a 20 damage timer, but of course they weren't going to do that. And it was going to be an expanded only shit anyway with Spiritomb. So, what the hell, man? Like, in expanded there's even fiercer competition, so I think it would have been okay. And then the Earthquake attack, I know it's going to be shit. I just know it. It does 180 for 4, and then I'm guessing 20 damage to each of your bench Pokemon. Yeah, surprise. It's supposed to kind of synergize with the first attack, but if this is going to be your method to hurt your Pokemon and then make use of the Raging Crash attack, you're not going anywhere. In the first place, if you're going to build a deck around Raging Crash, you're not going to commit more than 2 energies. You're just going to use DCs and shit. You're not going to have random darkness energies for the Earthquake attack. Number 1. And number 2, looking at the Earthquake attack on its own, it's just a shit attack, as always, as I always say. 4 energies to do 180, that doesn't even get a 1-hit KO. Then you hurt your own guys. Not good. So just a lot of wasted potential once again. But it's the same old story. And then we got Steelix. Iron Buster, 170, you can't attack. And then Body Slam. Okay, some bullshit. High HP as usual, stage 1. Melton. I guess it wouldn't be Pokemon Go if this guy wasn't around. I'm pretty sure this was like a Pokemon Go Pokemon first, right? Or maybe it was a Sword Shield I don't even remember anymore. Anyway. No, I think it was like a Pokemon Go Pokemon. Okay, so this guy, he doesn't do anything. Melmetal. Flip the coins, 90 damage for each head. That's still pretty shit. Wacky has artwork too. But then they given it, he gets a VMAX and a regular V. So, Arm Charge, you may attach a metal energy from your hand to this Pokemon. Man, this is much worse than the Tag Team GX. And then Mega Punch, 140 for 3. Metal energies too. Man, that's not good, man. This guy isn't good. What about the VMAX? So, G-Max Juggernaut. This attack does 60 more damage for each extra metal energy attached to this Pokemon in addition to the attack cost. You can't add more than 120 damage in this way. So I guess basically what you can do is you can do 280 damage for 5 energies or 220 for 4. And that's not good at all, man. 3 prize Pokemon, you know, it's all it has. You know, it's like I say, VSTARs are the way to go. Most VMAXs just aren't it right now. I mean, I guess, yeah, you can get 1-hit knockouts with 280. But what the fuck? Like, this is almost the exact same shit the Grimmsnarl VMAX does, and that card saw no play. So, I don't know, man. Maybe because it's a metal Pokemon, it can do some different shit. It's not that good. It can work, but it's probably more trouble than it's worth. I mean, 5 energies is a lot. It's not like it's going to be easy to pull off. And then fire is always somewhere. So that's going to fuck you up too. Anyway. You got Dragonite VSTAR too. Goddamn. Okay, so the regular Dragonite V, 230 HP. That's pretty strong. You got Buster Tail and Hyper Beam. Discard energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. So solid attacks actually. Dragon Pokemon, no weakness, man. We got another good Dragonite V. They're giving us another one. And it gets a VSTAR now too. God damn. So Giga Impact. During your next turn, this Pokemon cannot attack, but you're doing 250 for 4 energies. Fuck, that's pretty good. Man, the last thing we need is for the Dragonite RCSGX deck and expanded to get like this guy as another option now. Jesus, man, this is how much fucking... And then the Dragonic Star power. Look at the top 12 cards of your deck and attach any number of water or lightning energy cards you find with their Pokemon in any way you like. So I guess this is your method to power up this guy quick, or power up different Pokemon. You spend your VSTAR to do this, but I mean, it just synergizes so perfectly with RCSGX and the other fuckers, like the Dragonite V from Evolving Skies. Dude, how much nastier is that deck gonna get? So even outside of that shit, because I'm only thinking about that, in standard, this is a very good V-Star. I mean, it's gonna give you energy acceleration. The attack is strong. The effect where you can attack next turn doesn't matter because we can just use switch. It's a Dragon V-Star Pokemon, no weakness. I mean, shit, man. This Pokemon is fucking good. Damn, I think this might even be better than... I mean, Mewtwo is pretty good, but I think this is going to be... It's just going to be good in standard and expanded, and has no weakness. Fuck. Okay, let's just move on. Get a Chansey. 130 HP basic. Gentle Slap. And Delicious Egg. Still gonna do 30 damage. And then Blissey. It's a 200 HP stage 1. Heal all damage from one of your benched Pokemon. Okay. And then Zen Headbutt isn't good. Just 100 for 3. And looks like it's chilling. I think this is like, yeah, from the Pokemon Go game shit. Anyway. And we got Ditto. Is it me or is this more purple than usual? It's like a... I mean, I guess the shiny would be blue though. So, sudden transformation. This Pokemon can use the attacks of any basic Pokemon in your discard pile except for Pokemon with a rule box. Okay, so this is going to be like Mew, but not as broken. So any basic Pokemon, as long as they're not rule box... Well, that just leaves you the fucking small basic Pokemon, or I guess... I mean, you can't even copy Radiant Pokemon, because that's a rule box Pokemon. So I guess you're only going to be able to copy some big basic Pokemon's attacks that might be good, like Articuno. This guy doesn't have a good attack, but you guys know what I mean. Yeah. Basically, that's it. Doesn't have anything else. We got EV. Choose a random card in your opponent's hand. They put it in the deck. Fucking hell. I don't like this, like, random human chilling backgrounds once again. I mean, I know it's Pokemon Go, but still. And Snorlax. As long as this Pokemon is the active spot, your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat. This isn't good because the old Plasma Snorlax had this and was a pain in the ass. I don't want this shit to come back with control decks based on this effect. Collapse is a shit attack. 115 and this Pokemon is asleep. Okay. We got Apom. Flip a coin. Okay, yeah, block all shit. Then Ambipom. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attack, flip a coin if it's prevent that damage. I don't like this sort of ability once again because it's a luck hacks, win by luck ability, no skill. You just use this, and if you get lucky with coin flips, you win because your opponent attacks and they don't do damage. Fuck me, man. This is not the way to make regular Pokemon good. Once again. And then the full tilt fling until for each energy attached to this Pokemon, 60 damage for each head, so whatever. And then we got Slacken V, probably my favorite card here because it's Slacken. Very pleased they gave this guy a special card finally. I mean, I don't think Slacking got a special card ever. Like even in the EX era, it didn't get like an EX or anything. DP it never got any special card. This is its first special card probably in English at least. So it's a basic with 230 HP. Yeah, and it has a strong, heavy impact attack, 260 for 4. But the kind of lazy ability, if you have exactly 2, 4, or 6 prize cards remaining, this Pokemon can't attack. So essentially, this is a useless Pokemon at the start of the game. And if your opponent gets a KO in a V, there are 4 prizes, you still can't use it. So they just effectively printed another useless Slacking card. Thank you very much. Now, I guess on the bright side, you could actually use this with Path to the Peak and negate your own bad ability, which is another sort of classic thing, I guess, for Slacking. Other Slacking cards try to do that shit too. Or just, yeah, use something else, like Garbodor, I guess, next match. Just negate your shitty ability. And that's good, I guess. I mean, 260 is pretty nice. It's actually quite good if you think about it. Man, I'm looking forward to using this card. I must find a way to use it. I mean, it really sucks that you're going to need to always have Path to the Peak. Otherwise, your kind of lazy ability is going to fuck you up. But if you can just use this attack with a Choice Belt, that's 290 damage. You're getting one-hit KOs. It just needs 4 colorless of any energy. So it's very flexible when it comes to how you're going to power it up. And it's pretty cool. I mean, I like it at least. I wish it didn't have this shit ability, but they had to give it this crap. So I guess it could have been worse. It's still... I'm still pleased to have this guy. Okay. We got Bidoof and another Barrel. Don't do anything. Nice artwork. And then the Barrel. What the fuck is with the Smeargle zoom in his face on the card? Reassuring, damn, as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, cards in your deck can't be discarded by effects from your opponent's attacks, abilities. Excellent. I love this card, besides the shitty artwork. Now that this card exists, and it's going to exist and expanded, we can forever be assured that damn annoying shitty control decks are going to have an answer. This is just, okay, so it's not a basic, yeah, it's a barrel, so it's a stage 1. Fuck. Would have been great if it was a basic. I wish this was like a Smeargle card, since you got this fucking face dude here anyway. But it just wouldn't be great because you can just take it in a deck where, you know, you got space for random support basic Pokemon, and you know you don't have to worry about deck out shit. Okay? But because it's on a stage 1, I guess if you're running the Barrel line, then maybe you can include it, but that's just, it's a pretty hefty cost for a tech card, just in case you play against the deck out deck. Cards in your deck, it's just your deck. Yeah. Anyway, I guess it's still an answer though. It's still something to have around. We got Bidoveline. Quite like this artwork once again, you know, chilling on the swing. You know, when it's like this, it's good. But when they have like a random human chilling, I don't like it. Tranquil. Nothing. Once again, a different type of artwork, but it's nice. And then Unpheasant. Very, very weak. 140 HP stage 2. Then you flip 4 coins. 70 damage for each heads. So I guess if you get 2, that's 140, but I mean, whatever, it's not that good. And now we're on the trainers, I think. Yeah, Justin Basil has this like really tidy neat. I mean, these guys, they do the exact same shit. All of these dudes, they're like special like leaders and shit from Pokemon Go. I don't know, like, I've never played Pokemon Go. But you draw 2 cards. If you do any cards in this way, flip a coin. If heads, attach a water energy from a discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. This guy does this for fire, and then this guy does this for lightning energies. So it's like the bosses from the clans for Pokemon Go with legendary birds. Now, this is like a luck-based card, a luck-based effect. I mean, if you get the heads, yeah, grabbing one energy and attaching it, that's big. But you're probably better off using a draw supporter that gives you straight draw with additional straight perks, like Schoolgirl. Avery's going to give you an extra card, and discard your opponent's bench Pokemon. There's just so many better cards. So I don't think these guys are that good. And we got the Egg Incubator. Shout out to all the YouTube videos where they make fucking fresh eggs into real chickens. It's crazy. Flip a coin. If heads, search your deck for a basic Pokemon. Put it into your bench and then shuffle your deck. If tails, put this Egg Incubator at the bottom of your deck instead of the discard pile. I mean, that's not that great because you still, even if it goes back in the bottom of your deck, it was basically an L. You got nothing. Might as well use Nest Ball. I mean, in Standard we don't have Nest Ball, but there's still just better cards. Don't use this. And then we got the Lure module. Each player reveals the top 3 cards of their deck and puts all Pokemon they find there into their hand. So this is like, wait. Your opponent does this too. So you're going to help them out if they can grab a bunch of Pokemon. Then each player shuffles the other cards back into their deck. What? Okay, alright, so that it won't be stacked. Okay. I don't like this card because, for one, it's a chance card. For two, it's going to help out potentially. It's going to potentially help out your opponent. So, yeah, pretty risky. If it was like a different type of Pokénav, then maybe it would have been decent, but... Pokestop. Once during each player's turn. Excuse me. That player may discard 3 cards from the top of their deck. Damn, I gotta take a sip of water. Pardon the interruption, but I'm always dying when I'm making this set reviews, yelling in the microphone. So once during each player's turn, that player may discard 3 cards from the top of their deck. If a player discarded any item cards in this way, they put those item cards into their hand. I think this is a pretty broken, albeit risky stadium. But there's going to be decks that are going to be built to exploit this because they're going to be like item heavy. I mean, kind of like that supporter like Clay that grabbed item cards and then you dump the rest of the shit. It doesn't matter if you built your deck with a bunch of items. So I don't like this card. It's going to be very easy to pull off. I mean, it's a damn stadium. You just play this and then you can start reaping the benefits, reaping the pluses. You grab this shit, you put it in hand. Dude, at least if it did this shit and then it ended your turn. But I just don't like this type of effect. It just screams control shit strategies. Stall shit strategies, and I hate that stuff. Okay. Then we got the rare candy. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Choose one of your basic Pokemon if you have a stage 2. You can't use this card during your first turn, yeah. Okay, so for a split second, I thought maybe they're going to give us rare candy with the old effect back. And I was just going to have a party to celebrate that shit. But no, it's just a much different artwork for the usual, I guess, rare candy artworks. But it's the rare candy we know, like the modern rare candy from Black and White onwards. Too bad. It's not even that good. I mean, it just looks like a completely different card here. I guess maybe this is how the rare candy is in the fucking Pokemon Go game? Perhaps. Anyway. And that's it. And then we got the full arts here. Secret rares. I guess this set is going to have some shit. You got even some different type of artwork. I guess these are like promo shits. Oh shit, Radiant Eevee. Search your deck for a number of cards with the number of different types of Pokemon you haven't played. Put them into your hand. Okay, so a bunch of extra shit. I think only this Eevee was like a new card. Yeah, I think this is like, it comes straight in like the Elite Trainer box. This shit is only available. But yeah, okay, so this is the Pokemon Go set. I thought it was just going to be like mostly random collectible shit, so you just buy cards and they suck, but it does have some strong cards. Mewtwo can be competitive. Definitely Dragonite can be competitive. Slacking has a lot of potential, or some potential, let's just say that. We get some nice, well, the trainer cards, all of them sucked except for Pokestop, which is broken. You get a rare candy reprint. These supporters are shit, but we get the birds too. They're going to give some nice bonuses on their respective types. And I guess maybe some people are going to really love the Charizard. The Charizards. Going to try and make this guy work, or use him with a bunch of like Fire Vs and shit. This guy is a nice tech. Blastoise could be good. You get your Radiant Water Pokemon 2 with Blastoise. And a few other cards that are a bit okay. I mean, it's a small set, so for just like 70 something cards, we get a bunch of shit. So, this is the Pokemon Go set, guys. I'm not a Pokemon Go dude, but I mean, this is the set that they give us the first special slacking, so I like slacking, that's for sure. Thank God they didn't put like the fucking stamp on this guy. So it just seems like it's only on the regular ass cards you get the fucking stamp, and thank God for that. But that's about it. It's not gonna go down as one of my favorite sort of mini special sets, but it has some shit, of course, like with any set. So get yourselves the Elite Trainer box, I guess, if you want to build decks around some of these Pokemon. If you just wanna, like, all of the trainer cards are basically shit, I would say, except the Pokestop, which is a very specific type of stadium. So if you don't care about building decks with the Pokemon here, or just, it doesn't really have any support Pokemon, like a major draw Pokemon or something that would act like the Danny or whatever, or Luminion V. So unless you're gonna need some of the techs like Charizard for your fire deck, or Blastoise for your water deck, Venusaur is kind of shit, unfortunately, but I guess it's a let's just say it's worse. It's lesser than Blastoise and Charizard. Maybe you're gonna want some Moltres for your fire deck and stuff, but if you're already running a deck and you're happy with it, you don't really get anything to support these cards that support the deck, then you probably don't need this set. But it does bring us some cards. Okay, so instead of repeating myself over and over, I'm just gonna finish this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this set review. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What up?